All right, y'all. So let's talk about this. So this morning, here's another video that popped up in my feed. Wasn't looking for it, but it pops up in my feed. And I watched it and I said, you know what? The title got my attention. And then basically, I watched, and I'm going to let you hear up until just the part I want you to hear. This brother, I forget his name. I forgot what his name is. I'm not familiar with his work. But it's two people. He's playing a video of another guy. So the title is, the video is titled, Gangsters Are Cowardly Coons. And I agree. Well, they're out in California. So I guess they're specifically talking about out there. It doesn't matter. It's just in general because all of them have the same mentality. Let's listen to what was said. Well, before I say that, when I tell you, you got to separate black people from niggas. A lot of people, they're too immature to understand the most common things, simple things. But they also think that when you're speaking that you have to be angry and upset. Yeah. Disappointed, turned off, disgusted, yeah. And even if you are angry and upset, so what? But for me, it's about awareness. And it's about doing something about this shit. But I want you to hear these words because it exemplifies what I've been telling you guys. You're going to hear a nigga say exactly what I've been telling you for the longest. I think a lot of times, I know factually, a lot of you can't see past what's in front of you. So when I say a lot of things, you hear it. And even if you think, well, he's probably experiencing these things, but I don't see it. I don't see how you could even have half a brain and not see it. But I want you to hear this for yourselves. We're going to let them speak. And this guy that's initially talking is just basically watching someone else's video and that person is talking. But I want you to hear what this nigga had to say about other niggas and black people. See, because the niggas don't separate themselves from black people. They separate themselves from civilized people, period. Civilized black people, period. And the cops don't separate you from a nigga. Do you understand that? Your racist school teachers don't. Your racist judges don't. A person that works in HR who's racist don't separate you from a nigga. The people that look at us from different countries, no matter who you are, where you're from, they don't look at you any different. Racist people don't care how good of a person you are or how different you are. They're just hateful and racist because you're black. I never feel like we should do things for the better because people are watching or because we want to fit in with them. We want them to like us. That's never the case. I don't like them either. Who cares? And these are racist people I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, you have to separate yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, you're going to fall into the same traps. I know some brothers right now who had kids and their sons were killed at 15 and 16 years old. And even though one of them was a Muslim and the other two Christians, and these other people I know, why did what they were teaching didn't work? Why couldn't they get their points through to keep them away from the niggas? Because that's who killed them. And it was the street life that got them. It's like when a guy says, I'm woke, but I still respect the street code. I'm in the gang, but I ain't trying to take lives. I'm trying to save lives. Right? But there you go. Every other video, every other interview, somehow you want to brag about your gang life and what you did and what you would do if you had to. And it just doesn't stop. Niggas don't care about black people. Let's take a listen to this.
Welcome to another episode, everyone. LA gang members are the biggest raccoons in the world. the biggest sellouts in the world, the biggest threat to the black community's progress in the world. This is Antonio Speaks. He also has a channel called Antonio Talks. The title here, The Raccoons That We Don't Mention. He's talking about LA gang members. Check this out.
So there are many archetypes of self-hating black people, but there is a form that I rarely see people mention under this category: gang members or some of these street dudes. Now, y'all already know me. I am a person that doesn't look at things linear. If we go back, gangs started off as something that was of value, but
And for the record, two things. One, that's what this is. They're self-hating. They're toxic. There's nothing good about what they produce. I've been telling you guys this for the longest. I've been talking about the toxic music that they have. And people put this rapping. No. Now you're starting to hear people, the younger people of this generation, saying, I'm getting sick of rap. All they rap about is murder, kill, how much money I have. The females rapping about how good they suck dick and how they taste and how they fuck your man. And I'm like, this has been going on for the longest. And I've been telling you this shit has been toxic for a long time now, right? So what he's saying is true. And bottom line, it's not just a LA thing is what I'm saying. But these people have always been toxic. And you guys know, I've been saying this. I told you, a lot of times it just take people years to finally catch up. Or sometimes, there's other people that see it, but they don't speak about it. This is a young guy right here. And he's talking about this. And he is playing, so his channel, I guess he's the one with the channel called Antonio Speaks. The guy that with this chat with that's showing the video. After I stop this, I'll say what his channel is because he's the one providing this video as well. Salute to both of them. But I know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's sad that the thing that's very important, somehow black people just don't see it. Just like this little 1-year-old black baby that was killed by the cops. Where's white America at? Where's everybody else to talk about how this is a travesty? Let it happen to one of them. And this is what I'm saying. Now you take the racist people, that they're probably, more than likely, they're celebrating. Not probably, they're celebrating. They're celebrating. They like this. They're bold, they're arrogant, they're delusional, and pretty much they're so used to seeing black folks kill each other. Black folks hate on each other. Anybody move in your neighborhood, I've seen this, they're not black, people will quick to want to help them, want to look out for them, right? But somebody black move in your neighborhood, this motherfucker, look at this nigga. Yeah, I want you to hear this. This is the mindset. And this is what I'm telling you. I'm going to continue to tell you. If you think and carry yourself as a nigga, you're your own fucking problem. Along with everybody and anybody else that hates your stupid black ass just because you're black. But you choose to be a nigga. Like Mike Tyson said, I want to be a nigga. Nigga. That's who he was interviewing. I could never remember this guy's name. His name is Kevin Gates, and he was saying he don't like that word nigga. And Mike Tyson, why you don't like the word nigga? And I don't like it. He's explaining why and where the word comes from. Mike Tyson, I want to be a nigga. I'm a nigga. Nigga. And I'm like, look at this damn near 60-year-old man. And this is how he's carrying himself. But no, all y'all love Mike. And then for you so-called black people that hate Donald Trump and can't stand what he stands for, and anybody that supports him, well, Mike Tyson's a Trump supporter as well and takes up for him. But y'all love Mike Tyson because that's what you niggas do. Let's proceed.
2026, these shits have completely lost their aura. The reason I'm even doing this video is because of a clip from a No Jumper interview that completely...
But by the way, gangs were never of any good. Now, some people might have been protected by certain gangs in certain times, certain scenarios, but gangs never patrolled the areas to make sure that black people were safe. It was always black people or the ops. Now, he's about to watch a No Jumper video. Adam 22. For so why I never even knew who this guy was. So he's a white guy that does porn. And the first time I ever heard about an Adam 22 was because people was like, this guy's crazy. Because he basically, it's something where he had a black guy, something screw his wife while he watched some shit like that, some weird ass twisted shit that people like him do. And I never knew anything about him. And then all of a sudden I see this guy Whack 100 who's sitting there with him. And all they do is sit up and talk about black this, black that, black people this, black people that, and they have these ignorant niggas up there representing what you think is black culture. No, that's nigger culture. You got to be clear on this. Which, by the way, when this idiot sellout guy say what he say, Whack 100 is sitting right there shaking his head, watching him. We'll get back to that in a minute. And I'm explaining why.
Pissed me off.
You know, I see I'm banging on everything. Only people I'm not banging on is white boys and Mexicans. You feel me? They not my.
We appreciate it.
You know,
Thank you very much.
It's regular that I'm a bang on everything black that I see.
This is the mindset that these people wanted us to harbor. Fools, like we just seen right there, don't even know that all of this was constructed for him to have that mentality. Gangs started off as something positive. These were.
Stop it there. No, gangs are never positive. Never. Okay. Like I said, some people might have been protected by some of these gangs for certain reasons because of who they are, but no. And did you hear that? I'm banging on everything black. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make everything black. I'm banging on except for whites and Mexicans. Oh, this is why I know a lot of this shit is scripted, if not all of it. Whack 100 was sitting there all that banging on the table, shaking, looking stupid every time he gets upset, like trying to intimidate people. That's that old nigga shit. And shaking and shit like, fuck, like he about to have a seizure. And what did he say? You Mexican, dude. I don't fuck with Mexicans. All right. But he's sitting there shaking his head at green. When he sat in and said, only thing I don't bang on is whites and Mexicans. But anything black, I'm banging on. Anything look like me, I'm banging on. This is what this dumb nigga said, right? What did Adam 22 say when he said they don't bang on white guys? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I'm going to sit my racist ass up here, and I'm going to sit here and use your stupid people. People don't understand. They use niggas. And like I said, let these niggas be the so-called poster boys and poster women for black people. Oh, fuck no. They don't represent me, and I don't represent them. And when I say these niggas ain't telling white people, Latinos, and nobody else, when you come out here, you got to check in. But no, only niggas. Because these stupid niggas want to come out here, they want to party, they want to club, they want to hang out, and oh, they feel protected. Who the fuck are these niggas? Fuck you, check in what? And you heard this come out this idiotic motherfucker's mouth. I'll rewind it for you, just in case you didn't catch that. Take a listen.
Or the reason I'm even doing this video is because of a clip from a No Jumper interview that completely pissed me off.
You know, I see I'm banging on everything. Only people I'm not banging on is white boys and Mexicans. You feel me? They not my.
We appreciate it.
You know,
Thank you very much.
It's regular that I'm a bang on everything black that I see.
This is the mindset that these people.
You hear that? You hear that? All right. I want to let this brother speak some more. So you're going to go back to the ending of what this idiot, this coon-ass nigga said. But I want y'all to pay attention to what's being said. And then I'm going to close out.
It's regular that I'm a bang on everything black that I see.
This is the mindset that these people wanted us to harbor. Fools, like we just seen right there, don't even know that all of this was constructed for him to have that mentality. Gangs started off as something positive. These were organizations to protect black communities, but this black community was always a threat. Richard Nixon's aide said it best himself. Richard Nixon viewed an uncontrolled black power movement as a major threat to the internal security of the United States during the late 1960s and early 1970s. So all of these gangs ended up getting disrupted through things such as the crack epidemic, heroin flooding these communities, then having the war on drugs, mass incarceration. The structure was taken out out of place. And in 2026, what we now see are dumbass niggas like him running around leading the charge. So I want to break down the clip. He stated first, when I see a black man, I'm on him. The only people that get a pass are the white men and the Hispanic men, people that don't look like him. I want to first address that black on black crime isn't a real thing. All crime is proximity based. Black people tend to live near black people. White people tend to live near white people. This is why white on white crime is so high. It's in the 80s. Black on black crime, though, is upped because of dumbass people like him, the gangbangers. These are a small, very small portion of black men that are killing each other. This stereotype then gets amplified in music, TV shows, movies. And this is why people have the stigma of black men, even though most of us are law-abiding citizens. I lead by example. And the sad thing is, the white boy and the Mexican don't see it that way. He sees you as the enemy. And this is why it pisses me off when I see all of these white men hop online and talk about, oh man, we're scared of black people. We're scared of this. We're scared of that. 9 times out of 10, bro, if you walk through the hood, you would go untouched. These people would be so friendly to you. The black person you run into might just greet you and say, hey sir, hi sir. I might get into a confrontation with the brother because we stare too long. That is...
Now, that's all I need to hear. That's all I needed to hear. I wanted you guys to pay attention though. Okay, and this channel by this brother who brought the video to us, his name of his channel is The Inside Story with Damian Porter. Okay, so I guess I'll start paying attention to his videos because this just popped up in my feed, probably because of the YouTube algorithm and the type of videos I make as well. But you see what this guy said? He's talking about how black people, white people talk all this shit about how they're scared of black people. Nah, fuck out of here with that, man. I said the same thing because I see this. I've said it years ago. I lived in a town where it was predominantly black and it was always beef, murders, all types of shit. And I was like, wow, it's crazy how I would see, I'm talking, it would be a car, 3, 4 white people in the car. 2 guys and 2 girls most of the time, right? But it would just be no tough people, nothing like that. And they're driving up from the shore. Okay? They're coming from like Summers Point. They're coming from like Wildwood. They're coming from like Seaside, right? And they probably know somebody, one of the predominantly white towns, that's across from where we were living at. But to come and get drugs, they came into the black neighborhoods. Nobody did nothing to them. Nobody robbed them. They did nothing. They didn't disrespect their females. They didn't do anything. They sold them their shit and went on. I told you years ago, a white person could come into a neighborhood, predominantly black neighborhood, and nothing will happen to them. It's other black people. If a white dude right now walked in the neighborhood where it was a bunch of Crips, ain't none of them Crips hollering, yo, what that red be about? If he was walking around wearing red, hey, what that red be about? It's a black dude if they see a black dude. You understand? Or a black female. And vice versa. You walk around wearing all blue. Ain't none of these bloods going, yo, what that blue be about? No, it's only when they see other black people. Again, it goes back to when Mike Epps, a couple of months ago, was being interviewed and said, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how famous you are, how big you get. If you black, you only got power over other black people. You ain't got power over shit. Because of your money, yeah, you can influence people to do shit. Like you can put hits on people and shit like that, but you ain't got no power to do shit. Excuse me. And whatever power you do have, he's right. Even if it's trying to block somebody from doing a show somewhere. Trying to blackball somebody. He's right. Yeah. And what is he telling you? The same thing that this dumb nigga sat here and said. And that's the point of what I'm telling you guys. That's the mindset of a self-hating, Jim Crow-loving, dumbass nigga. I'm banging on everything black. Only people get a pass was the whites and the Hispanics. They're not his enemy. It's other blacks. As for gangs, no, gangs were never of any good. You had people now in terms of making sure nobody else did anything to somebody in your neighborhood or your family members and things like that. So somebody might have benefited from your unity. Well, who were you protecting them from? More than likely, what? Other black people. Do you understand what I'm saying? And gangs do drugs. They sell drugs. So let's not make a misunderstand. No, there was no good gangs. There was no good gangs. Okay, and first off, the word gang is a word. You can have a large group of people anywhere. Is it a gang or just a large group of people? So nothing was disbanded because you were just a large group of people. It's because you were a gang. So bottom line is, there's a whole lot of shit that went on. Youngblood got to do more homework on that, because no, there was no good gangs. Okay? There was a time in New York had these people called the Guardian Angels walking around, calling themselves helping clean up the streets of New York. That shit didn't last too long. Okay? But regardless, even in that, they had no authority over anybody. The difference in what they were doing, though, was making it known we're here to clean the streets up. But shit started getting too dangerous. So you can't just be walking up and down the street like you own that shit, because you got other people that got way more members than you got. And what's going to happen when you walk up to do what? And somebody pow, 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 right? So even if something was meant to be a good idea, that is the type of shit where you don't have any, you're not the police. You don't have any authority over anybody. So this is going to get ugly. Then the police are going to have to get involved. And at some point, all right, Guardian Angels, we like what you're doing. We respect what you, but hey, there's limits, there's lines you can't cross. And what happens when you're just arguing with people and you're getting cursed out and start getting shot? Okay? It spirals out of control. And so when you are just a group of people walking around with your face covered up with bandanas and shit, and what's good about that? What are you hiding for? Enough of that. This ignorant nigga who sat here and talked about how he banging on everything black. I told you guys, that mindset is exactly, just like this young guy just said, that mindset is exactly what they want you to have. These silly ass goofball niggas sit up here, 50-something years old, 60-something years old. These motherfuckers, 40, between their 40s and 50 and 60s. They sit up here and you think at some point as you get older, right, you start to get wiser. You see things different and you start educating the next generation of people coming up. No, they want to keep this old ass gang life alive. Bunch of old niggas sitting up here talking about gang banging and I'm banging on it. And this is exactly why shit happens. Just like the brother, what's the guy that opened up the what's the dude that got killed, man? I forget the guy's name, man. But he got killed and his brother opened up a burger, another burger joint over like in out somewhere in California, whatever. And these Nipsey Hussle, and his brother opened up another a burger place. And the day of the opening, what happened? A bunch of stupid niggas ran around shooting, even ran up in his spot. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And if you raise your kids to think that they niggas or we just niggas and y'all call that shit black culture, that is not our culture. That is nigga culture. You know, like when you listen to rap music and you hear like Kane and Rakim and Run DMC and Wu-Tang and like certain, but then you listen to, you know, you listen to these drill rappers and all this and this trap music and all this other bullshit with the auto-tune, you go, nah, they don't even call that shit rap. Drill music. Alright? Anything other than music. Other than rap. And you go, this is not the same. Well, if you notice, even right now, somebody rap and they have substance, they have something to talk about, they call that shit old school. But if it's murder, kill, or just dumb shit, no actual substance, we just making money off you stupid niggas. You realize rap music is the only form of music These people have insurance on the artists. You know what that is. So how do we sit back and play so stupid like we don't understand what's happening? We don't understand what's actually going on. Don't let your sons and daughters become statistics. Because if they don't understand the difference between black people and niggas, they don't know where they should or shouldn't be. And they end up hanging at the wrong parts of town. They start hanging around the wrong type of people. Because guess what? They black just like me. They're not like you, though. And this is where peer pressure starts kicking in. And your sons and daughters make the wrong decisions. And then one day, you stand in front of a news camera crying, talking about my baby was only 18. He was in college and this was his freshman year. Yeah. And now you'll never see him again. Because he starts hanging out with niggas. These niggas are self-hating, miserable people. They're ignorant. They are a bunch of coon-ass monkeys. I seen this white boy, Adam 22, in New York. And they had some, I guess one of them was a rapper or something or whatever. And they walked this white dude all over New York, making sure he's safe. They were his security blanket. All these niggas is talking about, that's why I made my first drug sale, or that's why I got arrested at, or that's why we had a shootout at, or that, right? Nothing. You didn't hear one comment like, hey, you know, they just built the youth center over there. Hey, you know what, man, right here? These are good people over here, man. This is a black-owned restaurant right here. They just put 25 people to work. Hey, this right here, they opened this bank over here. This is black-owned, and nothing. No, nothing. Everything is bullshit level. Just walking up in there, just big ass smile on his face, just cheesing and grinning because you taking this piece of shit motherfucker around New York and making sure he's okay. Show me a video of a black reporter, some black dude or black woman just walking around. You got just 30, 40 white people walking around making sure that this nigga's okay. This walker, yeah, dude, this is where I raped my grandmother. Yeah, and right here, dude, this is where we molested a 5-year-old child and we got away with the guy. Allegedly, we did it. Yeah, dude, and right here is where I sold my first drug and my best friend. I fucked his mom because I gave her heroin and she had no money to pay for it. I bet you won't see that. You won't see that. You never see that. But that's what these niggas did. Let's make sure that he's safe. And they walked him all over New York. And he's like, yeah, these niggas know their place. You protect your master. Adam 22 is white. Why he does not have a bunch of white people on his show? Huh? Exposing the Italian mafia and their gang. Like, why he don't do that? Why does Adam 22 not go that route? Why is all he have is a bunch of ignorant niggas who sit up on his show and want to sit up and just talk about gang this, gang that, murder, kill this. Niggas got to check in when they come out here. I got bodies, nigga. Me and this nigga had a shootout. And what happened? When I came home, I locked up, so I couldn't see my daughter. And then what happened was this and that. So, my baby mom, she did this and that. So I beat the nigga ass. And then this is all you ever see. All you hear. This dude, Whack 100, all he talk about. I got the paperwork on this nigga. I got the paperwork. Yo, this nigga, this public record. I ain't snitching. This public records. But this is all these motherfuckers do. Grown ass men just sit up talking bullshit. Y'all ever wonder why your neighborhood's like 90-something% black? But if you go from store to store, from business to business, nothing is owned by black people. The Indians own, and the Arabs, they own your supermarkets. They own your gas stations. They own your post office. Black people don't own shit. The only thing black people might own It might be some black barbershops, something like that, but black people don't own nothing. And this is predominantly black neighborhoods. But it's people of other cultures and from other countries, other ethnicities that own the businesses. So from your supermarkets on down, the Board of Education, all these other, what do black people own? And so when you in a neighborhood and you see all these drug dealers running around here, they're helping fuck people up. Drug addicts need help. They have a problem. Drug addicts are increasing because the drug dealers are selling to them. What do you own? When you see a PAL or something, are you even okay with your kids going to it? Do you feel like your kids are even safe? Your kids out in the park playing fools and running around shooting at each other. You got syringes and shit all over the parks. The parks look nasty. The groundskeepers ain't doing shit. The city ain't doing nothing. So when you see this, that don't get your attention. Y'all don't own shit. It's funny how you don't own nothing, but you can go find spray cans and go damage people's property. Literally spray painting people. You're tagging up people's houses, their garages and shit. And all this kind of dumb shit that people still do. Like they just don't want certain traditions to just die. The more negative it is, let's hold on to it. Y'all don't own shit. And here go the crazy thing. You can, right here in America, you got cities where there's a bunch of Italian people. They call it Little Italy, but this is America. Several places called Chinatown. And there's just many places where the communities are mostly Indian, mostly Jews, mostly Greek. But the second you start talking about building up a black community, but that sounds racist. Wait. It sounds racist for a fucking black American to do something and to build and to help and to employ people and their communities. And basically, it's predominantly a black operation benefiting black people. That's racist. But yet people can come from anywhere, just drive around. Just sit here and go on your YouTube and pull up all these different places in America and just look at how. It's like you could walk down certain places, you think you in China. No, you in New York, nigga. No, you in San Francisco. No, you understand what I'm saying? All these people can build whatever they want, and let's just be real, on some real shit. You can go in certain black neighborhoods. I've seen it. 3-4 blocks straight, nothing but Haitian people. 4 or 5 blocks straight, nothing but Jamaican people. 4 or 5 blocks straight, nothing but Guyanese people. 4 or 5 blocks straight, nothing but African people, right? Do you think that people of other ethnicities are aware that these are all different, cultural differences back here, different people? No, they just see a bunch of niggas, right? That's how they see it. Specifically, for black Americans, for black people in general to coexist, why you don't see an area, and there's a total of 55 stores, and they're all owned by black Americans, Jamaicans, Haitians, Guyanese, Africans. Nope. No. It'll still be an all black neighborhood. All the restaurants are owned by somebody Spanish, by somebody Asian, by somebody Jewish, by somebody Indian, by somebody Arab. You understand? Do you understand? And black people who give a fuck understands this and know we need the unity to survive. No, this is why when I see these dirty, dusty ass, old grown rap motherfuckers sitting there bragging about how much their Learjet costs and how much the carpet costs that they just got put in their car. The carpet alone costs more than everything in your house, and I got this, and I got the Louis Vuitton seats, and right. This is all they do. And your way of employing black people is to have a bunch of niggas around you, and you're paying for protection. Why none of these rich motherfuckers don't get together? No, they'll get together to come and do podcasts and sit there and talk shit about each other. But why they don't get together? Put their heads together to start trying to rebuild neighborhoods. Start trying to help black folks to get, nah. The influence that they have is to be a bunch of street niggas doing a bunch of ignorant, illegal shit to make it. You want to know something? I watched this show some years ago. The daughters of Sylvester Stallone had a podcast. I don't know if they still have it. I don't watch the shit. I just happened to see it that day. Sylvester Stallone sat there on that podcast with his daughters. I think it was their very first episode as well. He talked about how he got kicked out of like 5, I think he said, different high schools. He was a bad kid, always in trouble. But he ended up saying, it just goes to show you, you still can make something out of yourself. You still can be somebody. Even though I didn't finish school and I didn't do this and I didn't do that, right? But you know what you don't see white people do? Now, Americans are not Italian, right? But they'll embrace another pale-skinned person over a black American. But you know what you don't see people doing? Boasting and bragging about that part of his life. You know what you don't hear him doing? Boasting and bragging about that part of his life. For years, I watched all these fake tough guys, these black dumb niggas walking around here with a picture of Al Pacino and his Scarface role. You know, posters hanging up on their wall and shit. Motherfuckers coming to school with Scarface. Remember back in the day, I used to have, when you had your school books, how most of us, we used to go get the big ass big brown paper bags. We used to cut them out and make bookcases, book coverings, and you write, okay, this is my English book, so you write English on there. For your math book, you wrote math and all that. Remember that? And then they started coming out with the actual book covers that you bought. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, damn, look at all this shit, man. I'm like, what's the obsession with this gangster life shit? Everybody walk around, all the black dudes walk around with Al Pacino hanging, or they would cut a picture out. They would use the cardboard, and then what they would do is take a picture of Scarface and cut it out and put it as the cover on it. Just all, I mean, like the idol worship and the idolizing. I never put anybody on my books. Black, white, whatever, nothing. I never did that goofy, corny shit. But I mean, it's always been that. You always hear these black rappers rapping about, I'm connected with the Corleones and I'm this and that and all this. I like, bro, stop. You ain't nothing but a rapper. That's all you are. The negativity. This is what niggas embrace. So when your little kids are growing up and they start learning these things that you probably don't even pay attention to or have conversations about with them so they don't even understand how to separate themselves from this shit, it's a strong chance that they will end up going the wrong route. Look at these dudes that killed Julio Fulio. Yeah, remember the light-skinned nigga with the wavy hair trying to act tough? How he broke down and cried like a little bitch when he got his sentence? Remember that? He went to church. He went to private school. He was loved. He had a 2-parent home. We didn't raise him like that, right? And he still wound up doing what he did, right? Like I told you, going to church don't make you a good person. Claiming that you believe in your imaginary invisible sky daddy don't make you a good person. Oh, that is just for personal security in your afterlife belief that your so-called spirit sprout wings and you fly away to heaven like a bird and shit, right? That's all that's for. Make you a good person. It's just about, I accept Jesus, okay, but you still a scumbag. Yeah, so how does a kid like that end up in jail, right? How does a kid like that end up committing murder? The longer it takes for people to wake up, the longer it takes for people to understand what's important, what's really real out here, the longer it's going to take us as a whole to start to do better. That's not right around the corner. That's nowhere even close. I don't think I will live long enough to see that shit. My sons probably won't. Sadly enough, the only way I see that changing is if all these niggas kill each other. End up in jail. Kill each other in jail. That's the only way I see this really happening. Because, in all honesty, the influence is too strong. So therefore, black people seeing what they're seeing, you think it would make them go, nah, I don't want no parts of that lifestyle. Nah, it's not for me. I enjoy my freedom. But what happens when mommy and daddy is sitting in the house playing the music of these fools talking about murder, murder, kill, kill? And you grow up hearing this shit. I remember back in the day, I have a little sister. All my other sisters older than me. Ice Cube made a song, and he starts the song off saying, a bitch is a bitch, so if I'm poor or rich, I speak in the exact same pitch. Now, the title bitch don't apply to all women, but all women got a little bitch in them. It's like a disease that plagues their character, taking the women of America, and it starts with the letter B. It makes a girl like that think she's better than me, right? And basically, I remember like, oh, and my little sister was, I turned that shit off. My father would not let us listen to anything. Only thing we could listen to in my house was gospel, Bob Marley, or some man named, what's the other Jamaican cat name? What's the other brethren name? I forget his name. But bottom line, that's all we could listen to. Couldn't listen to nothing else. So anything else, you had to sneak to listen to it. And I remember just listening to that song and listening to just everything in general. And I heard so many different type of songs that it was easy to separate NWA, Ice Cube, whatever, from what everybody else is doing, right? And then all of a sudden, you start hearing all these gangster rappers. All these lyrics about selling drugs and going to jail and how I don't give a fuck and how you just rapping, nigga, I really do this. And so I started, and we started watching everything change. And it was just all over the place. LA at the time had the what you want to call gangster rap. They had the majority coming from there. And then that shit just spread around. Everybody, it's not about being the best rapper no more. Now I want to be the toughest nigga in the street. My crew is the toughest crew out there. Us niggas will kill you niggas. Us niggas is better than you niggas. And East Coast, West Coast beef, all this different shit. The Midwest. Everything was beef, murder, murder, kill, kill. And I just remember like, wow. Well, my little sister walking in that room, we like three, and I think I'm 3.5 years apart, something like that. 3 or 4 years apart, something, however, whatever. But her walking in, because I didn't have it up loud. And I just remember I was like, it made me think more. Because I didn't want her listening to that. But it made me understand. I knew my father didn't want to listen to anything else. But my father definitely wouldn't want me to listen to that. But I was one that listened to this shit and was like, damn. Why would somebody rap about this kind of shit? We was seeing this kind of shit. Not drive-bys. Not over in the East Coast. We wasn't seeing drive-bys. But we was seeing the beef, all that, the murder. And because I was penning shit back then. But I can remember the first time I went to a studio. And motherfuckers in the studio was like, yo, your shit dope, yo. Your shit real dope. Yo, you got that magic pen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now today they would say I was a cheat code. Back then they were like, yo, you got that magic pen. Like, the shit you be thinking is crazy. And the thing is, you give levels. Because you can hear some shit and be like, all right, that was cool. All right, yeah. But then it's like, damn, like, then you realize, like, yo, he do that on purpose. He give you levels. Because, yo, when you really, really pen, your shit be like, psh. And I'm just like, and you want to know what really got them? As I told you before, when I'm talking about building up, uplifting, all right, that's dope. But when I'm talking about tearing down, murder, kill, and it wasn't about, I was never a drug dealer. I wasn't glorifying in that. I was beefing with the drug dealers. I had issues with these negative niggas. But bottom line is, it all still comes out to what? Black people having issues. And I'm like, well, nah, I'm standing on business though. I'm not allowing this shit. I'm not down with this shit. I'm against it. And it was just sad to me that this what it takes to get people's attention. And then it just got to the point, all I was hearing was negative shit. And they like, yo, we just want to, what did Rakim tell y'all when he went to Shady Aftermath? And I said, I don't see them doing nothing for Rakim other than giving Rakim some of the best beats he ever gonna rap to. Other than that, Rakim is already who he is. They gonna have him rapping about pimps and hoes and gangbanging because that's all they rapped about over there. And what did Rakim tell y'all? The difference between the creative differences, what the real separation with him and Dre was what? Yeah, we want more blood, right? And that's exactly what I was told. And I was like, yo, you know what? Fuck it then. Let's take it to these streets then. Because this shit really happening. But then, are we glorifying this? No. So I'm giving you the real shit. I'm not just writing shit because it sounds good. But it's like, yo, because it sounds catchy and the metaphors and the word. It's like, nah, I got that. But this shit is really real. This is what's going on. And I got problems with these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't coming from a good space. Because this is really happening. And this is not nothing to glorify. So we like, nah, fuck this shit, man. And just through time, I just outgrew this shit. I said, nah. When you stand for something and you see a bigger picture, and I didn't want my sons to come into this world thinking we need to be out here killing each other. We need to be out here participating in the type of shit that's going on. So here in 2026, you got these old, dusty, grown-ass niggas sitting up here talking about how I'm banging on everything black. I told you guys, this is the mentality of these niggas. I just wanted you to hear it come from the mouth of a nigga so you understand. I think a lot of y'all are just too immature. Y'all haven't experienced the shit that I've experienced yet. You haven't been through it. You don't understand it. And then you got some that go through shit, but they're too pussy to do something about it. There was a time when my sons were with me. At the time, they were like 12 and 14. We go into the mall. Now, at some point, your kids get to the point where there's a point where wherever you move, your kids move. You take a step forward, they take a step forward. Everywhere you go, your kids are right there. There's times when they just want to run. And come here, give me your hand, right? Now, always. You got your kids with you. This particular day in the mall, we're together. And as soon as we get there, I seen a group of black kids. I don't know what the fuck they did, what was going on, but they're running through the mall, jump up, slap the signs up on it, just all the stupid shit. And I come here. I said, stay right here with me. Stay right here with you. And my sons wanted to walk. I said, no. And I explained to them, listen, you stay here with me. I said, you see what they're doing? Okay. Well, right now, somebody could be calling security, calling the police. Easily, y'all could just be walking around and here come the cops snatching y'all up and y'all got nothing to do with that. You stay right here with me. They don't always understand things, right, as kids. Don't worry about that. A lot of y'all too worried that I don't want to make him or her mad, right? And you end up, because I'm going to tell you, it's like you see in the movies, right? I hate you, Mom. I hate you, Dad. You're smothering me. I have no life, right? Slam the door in their face, walk out the house. Kenzie, no. Oh, honey. Right, yeah. And what happens as soon as they get in trouble? Mom, right? Yeah. The very ones trying to protect you are the first people you gonna call. I'd say, give or take 5 minutes, man, about 12 police officers came in the mall. The same way that we come. And I'm sitting there with my son and we're eating. And they were looking around. Now, the first thing, and see racist crooked cops, shit could still go left. You can still end up with a situation. They look, what they see? They see a father with his two sons sitting there eating. I'm looking at them. They look at me. They're walking past. They go where they're going. And we're sitting there eating. And the next thing I know, those cops came back, and it was about 8 kids. Those cops came back, every last one of them in cuffs. Right? Yeah. Brought them out to their squad cars. I said, you see what I'm telling you? And very easily, y'all don't know them. Y'all had nothing to do with that. But you still could have been one of them things where I'm here, and they're telling me something that no, I know is false. They got cameras and everything, right? But you see. And this was a while ago. So imagine that same thing right now, where police are not reading rights. They're not, they just grabbing and snatching and just comply. I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong or not. Just comply, nigga, or we're tasing and we're going to shoot and kill you. And I explained this to them. And several times, fortunately, this is the difference when you spend quality time with your sons and daughters, not just in the house with them, but just going out. I give them lessons because I want them to remember this shit when I'm not in front of them. We went so many places, even on vacations, where we saw something happen. Where they know, yeah, and that person's in your age group, right? And look at what, right? So they know, all right. And this is what I'm saying. First week of June, I was in a supermarket. There's a family of people, bunch of people in the store. Mother, father, son, daughters, cousins, aunties, whatever, a bunch of people. And they looked like they probably were having like a cookout or something, buns and shit and all, burgers, and a bunch of people. They all buying had a bunch of shit. Nah, nigga, I told you, nigga, what the fuck, nigga? Nah, y'all niggas tweaking, nigga. Ma, that nigga lying, ma. Nah, that, right? Yo, I'm telling you, look, nigga, do that nigga this and this and this. The father was laughing about something. He's like, nah, y'all laughing, but nah, that shit ain't funny, my nigga. And I'm just standing there, and I'm saying to myself, yep, this was sad. Everybody standing around the store was white, from the cashiers on down. And they listened to this black family, nigga, 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 nigga this, nigga that, nigga, 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 nigga. Now, let's say there was no violence intended in their mind at the cookout or nothing. Let's just say they was just, right, but just the way they talk. Let's say that. The fact that they didn't even feel stupid. The fact that the mother and father, the adults, did, hey, watch your mouth. Come here. Don't you ever let me hear you say nothing. Just, they participating. They're addressing each other with this mentality and this conversation. Where's the leadership at? Again, as racist as these crackers are, you don't hear them standing, hey, cracker, hey, nah, cracker, you tweaking. You're tweaking, cracker. Hey, no, that's not good. Hey, that's absurd, cracker. No, that's not what they do. Everybody, and don't get me wrong, they're fucked up people. They're full of hate. You hate yourselves and your own people just as much as they do. Go back to a couple months ago when this little bald-headed, crater-faced motherfucker named Whack 100 sat there and told this white dude to make racist comments, and he called him out. Whack, the one told me to say it. So you're telling this white dude, yo, say this and say that, call it, like, say you hate niggas, and they don't give a fuck long as they making money. And this the so-called fighters sitting there, yo, I hate niggas. You don't understand. I hate niggas more than you do. And so, what is this saying? Okay, it's okay to be racist to each other. It's okay to speak your mind. We have the freedom of speech. Let's use this to just insult, degrade, and just show hatred. This is how we supposed to be raising the next crop of kids coming up. You see why racism will never end? And you see and you hear this ignorant shit coming out these niggas' mouths. This made me proud because they're a bunch of sellouts. And when I heard this young guy saying what he's saying, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's good that somebody else is saying it. That gets it. That's more closer to these young boys' ages out here. Because now this video from that channel so far got 13,000 views. And this is from 3 days ago. I just saw this today. Today is Tuesday. And I'm saying, you know something? This is what people have to understand. Things will only change for the better for us when we make it change. Which means we got to fight a lot harder, try a lot harder, and do a lot better. Sadly enough, when it comes to black people, there's not enough people that want to engage and get involved. Then you got the religious, I'm just going to leave it in God's hands, which means I'm not going to do nothing. I have no interest in trying either. And that's pretty much how that goes. All of this, it just shows you what the truth is. In real life, this is what we have to deal with. So for every time I hear another black person talk about, oh, this is a waste of time, yo, these niggas don't listen. Yeah, no, I'm not talking to the niggas. I'm talking to the black people. So if you find yourself at odds with what I'm saying, yeah, you still on that nigga side. You don't realize it, though. You just have a little more to you than the rest of these motherfuckers. Maybe you're not the violent type, but you're the submissive type. Religious people are delusional. They're praying for something that has never changed. Slavery didn't end. Slavery didn't stop because of it. It didn't prevent it from happening. It's not the reason that it changed. Here in 2026, they're trying to bring this Jim Crow shit back. And you see it. Due to who? Their leader. I saw Dwayne Johnson make a video the other day. And the video title was misleading because it said The Rock calls out Donald Trump. Nah, he just said, to our leader, where are you? Where are you? And he's talking about in these trying times and watching what's happening in this country, right? He didn't get detailed or graphic. He just, where are you? That's what he said. That's more like a cry for help. Like a plea. Man, I get it. I get it. I get it. But there should have been so many more people doing the same things already. And not only that, you know, we have it hard enough just being black, period. I'm talking to interracial couples, man, and they're saying things like it's sad. Because especially when there's a white woman and a black guy, the cops tend to be assholes even more. They like to ask the white woman, are you okay? Like purposely. And then, you know, even like you see them walking down the street or sitting there eating dinner, holding hands and smiling and chilling and everything. And here comes some racist cup, man, are you okay? Like, this is on purpose, just to be an ass, because their racist asses can't stand to see that. If it's a white man and a black woman, it's the type of shit where they're not asking that black woman. They never ask a black woman, is she okay? They see her with a white man. Never. It's more like, how could you? She's black. How, you know, like it's bottom line. So the cops will be like nasty towards the both of them. Because of. And they'll try to, you know, ask the black woman some stupid questions to piss her off, to try to get the white guy antagonized. But bottom line, it's more of a disappointment. How could you? That type of thing. And we already have a whole lot of shit to deal with. And like this young man is speaking, I'm so glad he's saying what he's saying. I heard a couple of people, not a whole lot, speak up against this type of shit. And the problem is there's no real unity. That's why even like some years ago, man, I had people reach out to me to try to get me to do like split screen videos about boxing and all that. And I just told them, I said, man, appreciate the invite, but I'm good. Hey, go knock it out the park. 2 people reached out to me and was like, was it like a specific reason? I just told them, I said, listen, man, I'm not into this debating. That's what y'all do. Y'all debate, y'all pick and choose a favorite fighter, and then y'all insult the fighter, try to assassinate their characters and talk a bunch of shit. That's what y'all do. That might hype y'all y'all followers up and might get them more interested. I said, but I'm not into that. I'm more so about the fight itself. And even if you want to do fighter breakdowns, what advantages you think one fighter have over the other and all that, I have no problem with that. I said, we don't know what's going to happen to fight night. I said, but that's cool. I said, but it's too much negative energy. And you can't control who's calling in, and neither can I, right? So I just don't want no parts of that. I'm not sitting here arguing over no grown-ass men and women. I can remember there was a time where I really, when Errol Spence, when he lost to Crawford, remember he was saying he wanted the rematch, but at 154. And I got a person who, it actually was disappointing because this was a person who I bigged up her channel. And I didn't have any issue, no personal issue, but I didn't like her saying, oh, now you making all kind of excuses for, what the fuck you mean excuses? I'm a grown-ass man. That's a grown-ass man. What the fuck I got to make excuses for him for? I'm repeating what he said. The kind of shit like, so now I'm being categorized with people who may be making excuses or she take it as him they're making excuses, whatever it was, and didn't do with me. So my comments wasn't separated even though she watched my content. She see where I stand, but yet she resorted to saying I was making excuses for Errol Spence. And this was one of the people that reached out to me to do, a live stream with them. And do you see the point what I'm saying? I don't make excuses. I'm not interested in men like that, first of all. So, yeah, I don't even sit up here and make excuses for females. I don't lose my cool and get a temper over females. You hear me speak about the disrespect that black people show Clarissa Shields and don't realize they use black people to put them against other black people, not because they're fighters, but because out of hatred. And it comes from your own so-called black people, these niggas. See, with that mentality, they just have this tear down and destroy mentality. They don't want to see this black woman do what she's doing. And in fact, you got black motherfuckers, niggas sitting up here wishing that women of other ethnicities can beat her. So just say, for example, if it was a Polish woman and she went there and beat Shields. Well, all the Polish people are celebrating. You have a bunch of niggas sitting there celebrating. Hey, okay, stay over there, niggas. We don't accept you. Okay, yeah, we agree that this black bitch just lost and we're happy. But no, you're not us. Stay over there. But that's niggas for you. It just something about these stupid niggas. They got that slave, self-hating mentality. And they sit there and they talk and they talk and they talk and open their mouth. Just like, for example, I'm telling you flat out, this guy like Xander Zayas that's getting ready to fight Jerron Boots Ennis. Look at how many black people are sitting up here hoping that Jerron Boots Ennis lose. Look at how many black people are sitting up here rooting against him. And this is not even saying I want Boots to win. But I don't think he is. I think right there, no. Boots ain't fought nobody. Man, that nigga be talking that shit. That nigga ain't fought nobody. Oh, that nigga, right? Really? Don't you realize this? And this obvious niggas don't realize this. But when people see that you're a coon, they see you a sellout, they don't respect you, but they use your voice to say, hey, black people, stop calling us racist. One of your niggas sat here and agreed with me that this guy's going to beat this guy. Now, we're not talking about you being honest about who you think going to win a fight. I'm talking about the fact that you're wishing. and hoping that your black brother lose this fight. What did Jerron Boots Ennis do to any of you that you just want to see him lose all of a sudden? What did he do? But this is black. This is these niggas. This is these niggas. Ryan Garcia, racist bitch ass, said what he said. Tia Fimo, same thing. And you had these black people, these niggas, opening their platforms, letting these racist motherfuckers come sit there and get shine on their platforms and wouldn't check these motherfuckers. Yeah. Did you see their people disown them and act like they're so disgusted with no, they don't care. They roll with you regardless to whether, no matter what they said or did, they're going to ride with them, right? I'm not going to ride with bullshit. But this is where even when you have conversations with people, you can't have a conversation with me and talk stupid shit without me checking you. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'll tell you flat out. Like, example, if I'm talking to Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson says to me, like when he said, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, so what are you going to do about it, right? You know what I told Mike? I said, Mike, it's not about what I'm going to do. This is a dumbass decision that you made. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You talking about Trump supporting your career. Him investing into your career. He saw money, motherfucker. What the fuck you think? He did it because he liked you as a human being? So fuck everybody else, right? Nah, fuck you, Mike. You know why? Because without these fucking fans, he got nothing to invest in. And I understand custom auto raised you. That's why you dressed like an old white man when you was young. But who the fuck are you to sit here and try to act tough and get and want to, what are you going to do about it? I'm a Trump supporter. Yeah. Like, who the fuck are you to do that? Like, we're supposed to not express the truth of what's happening because you're Mike Tyson. No, Negro, that shit don't work over here. No, that's not what happened. It's Mike Tyson. Just let him say what he's going to say and just go with it. Even if we don't agree with it, don't say it. Because if you don't put people on blast, if you don't call them out on their bullshit, just like when that dude told Terrence Crawford, shit, for $100 million, you can have my soul. And what did Terrence Crawford say? Now we know your character. And we all applauded Crawford for that, right? It's like, yeah, he said what he was supposed to say. But he turns around and does what? Shows up to a Trump event. Showing up was wrong enough. Taking pictures with the motherfucker. Laughing at the Michelle Obama insult. Then you turn around and sit here and type in, whoever thought our president would be a fan of a kid from a small town called Omaha. See, coonery, man. It's just there. I guess Crawford let y'all know, I don't need you niggas no more. I don't need you niggas no more. I done made all the money I'm going to make off boxing. I don't need you niggas no more. Now it's the next chapter of my life. So now I can go into sellout coon mode. But y'all still around here arguing about who's the GOAT and wanting to find a GOAT. Y'all don't put this type of energy in yourselves. Y'all don't put this type of energy into y'all kids, y'all families, y'all futures. Everything with y'all is just entertainment. Fun. By all means necessary, even if it means being a bunch of sellouts. So when that motherfucker sat there and told Terrence Crawford for $100 million, you can have my soul, and Crawford said, now we know your character. Yeah, people shot it right back at him when he did what he did with Trump. Yeah, now we know your character. But I told y'all before the picture with Trump, he was moving shaky. Like, his racism is selective. If he has a personal problem with you and you just happen to be racist, now he'll call you out on your racism. But if he don't have a problem with you and you're racist, then you get a pass. He's shown that, hasn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he's shown it. This right here, gang members are cowardly raccoons. That's the name of the video. So it's a 41-minute video. I think the guy who, Damian Porter is his name, I'm going to watch the rest of this video after this one. So that's the name of the channel. It's called The Inside Story with Damian Porter. So if y'all want to check it out, check it out. I'm going to give it a listen. I'm going to check it out myself. But the gang members are Cowardly Raccoons. That's the name of the video that the guy titled it. So you see the brother sitting there with glasses on, braids. So that's a different, two different people. I'm gonna check the rest of the video out. Yeah, man, we gotta be on top of things. You gotta be sharper than this. You have to be sharper than this. You got people that will sit here and watch these goofy ass niggas. Why do y'all think that racism is never violates community guidelines, but to speak against it does? Why? Y'all think that's just a coincidence that I can't respond to most of y'all comments? Somehow an error occurred every time. You can contact YouTube. What's going on? Like I've done. And nothing ever, their little contact support team is never anybody alive to talk to, right? Why I'm not able to respond to the majority of my comments. Even if somebody just say, yo, peace, Aries, I could shoot a piece back to you, an error occurred. Nah, that's bullshit. All of a sudden now, this is happening to my channel and other people's channels, and everybody it's happening to have content where we're speaking against bullshit. So just know, y'all, I can at least like y'all comments, but when I try to respond and I can't, that's the reason why. So even if I wait, let some time go by, maybe now I can respond. However, but it's so many, and with so many videos, I can't get to everything. Sometimes I forget about certain things, but I'm looking through. This is on purpose, y'all. This ain't no motherfucking, it's just something that happened. It's a computer. No, that's deliberate. That shit is deliberate. Everything. Even these people we can't see that work for these social media outlets, yeah, they're racist as fuck too. And that's why you can make a video, nigger this, nigger that, you fucking monkeys, but that doesn't violate community guidelines. Notice that. But the response to it does. Even if you simply say, this is a disgusting outlook on human beings. Oh, your comment violates community guidelines. Oh, really? Yeah. You better believe these folks are racist. Do you think they're not? Do you think they're not? Separate yourself from niggas, black people. White people, separate yourself from crackers. Latinos, separate yourselves from spics. Okay? Simple. Anybody running around being proud of being a disgusting human being is somebody I want nothing to do with. So when you hear shit like that, all I'm banging on is black. If you black, I'm banging on everything black. Only people getting past for me is whites and Hispanics. They're not my enemies. Just like people who this country have bombed on. Like Ali said, the Vietnam ain't my enemy. They ain't never called me no nigga. This place is right here in Miami Beach. I can't even go. I'm the champ of the world. And And nothing's changed. And don't be fooled. When you see interracial relationships too, a lot of times, especially when kids are involved, somebody starts deciding, people of your culture, I want to keep the kids away from. Hey, I want to keep the kids away from your family members. I want them to learn etiquette. Yeah, I want them to learn etiquette and mannerisms from my side of the family, not yours, from my people. I want them to learn our customs. Oh, yeah. A whole lot of that shit goes on. My mom was right. I should have never married you. You're a nigger. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Don't be fooled. But for the ones who are in a relationship for the right reasons, they're not going to stand for this racist shit. And they're going to let these motherfuckers know about it. But for all of y'all that want to sit back and go, oh, well, man, everybody, people, man, we got freedom of speech. Yeah, I know, you coon-ass niggas, you keep on rolling with that shit. Tell you what, For every one of you raccoons out there that say that, wait till something happen in your life where you use your so-called freedom of speech. And then next thing you know, a nightstick is knocking your teeth out. Yeah, a nightstick is busting you upside your head. A dog is biting on you. You getting tased and laughed at and called a nigga by these racist cops. I guarantee you then your ass will go, damn, man, Aries was right. You little niggas ain't start to live yet. That's your problem. Sitting there hiding in your house, playing Call of Duty or whatever the fuck, Undisputed or whatever y'all doing. You think that that's just, like that's an escape from the real world. It's not an escape. It's called neglect. It's called being complacent. Till these motherfuckers start trying to put their foot on your neck. Oh, we found you, nigga. We got you. And that's all y'all gonna do. Please, please, please. Hey, please. Please, I'm not like that. Please. That's all y'all gonna do. Y'all talk about the spirit of our ancestors and all the other goofy shit and all of you. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Y'all have nothing. You stand for nothing. Y'all don't even understand that. You're like little ass boys that haven't learned how to be men yet. You still don't get it. And you should not bring kids into this world with that mentality because you're going to raise them all wrong. And your kids are going to grow up to be a bunch of coons just like mommy and daddy. A bunch of sellouts, and they're never going to see things for what it is. Or they may wind up being different. See real life for what it is and end up hating your asses for raising them to be what you raised them. Yeah. Black people, get it together. People in general, society, we got to come together against this racist shit and against the wrongs that's happening. And if you are going to sit here after hearing this type of shit, y'all tune into that clubhouse bullshit, y'all watch all this ignorant shit, and y'all think that's entertaining, well, you're exactly what they say you are. And that's exactly why you behave the way you do, because you're not one of us. And for the record, niggas, you don't even look like me anyway. That's all I got for you guys. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.